All right.
Y'all follow Riley. Come on this way, Carla. Right here for the rest of the group.
All right.
Okay, here comes Robin. And Jackie. And Mason. And you know the
This is old building.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
I remember I used to come here.
You did?
In my old group.
Cool. Awesome. We're gonna wait for everybody. And
These are old houses.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Like without slab.
Oh, there's a skeleton in
Go on inside.
Yeah. I know, bro. This video on YouTube. It's gonna go viral. It's literally gonna go viral. It's literally going to go viral. It's literally going to go viral. It's literally going to go viral. It's literally going to.
Some people put food like canned goods.
It's literally gonna
You
go
get some
viral.
water.
It's literally gonna go viral, bro.
Show me the Denton.
It's literally gonna go viral. It's literally gonna go. Okay,
Is this house right here, yeah, behind you? They used to put so much.
Hey, come on in. What are y'all up to today?
Good, you?
I'm good.
We are just here to see this beautiful house.
Well, we will certainly take our time to show it to you.
Old slab.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Wow, it's a big group. Where y'all from?
We're from Lifeworks. Lifeworks.
Blackwork. Come on in. Y'all hang around in here and we'll start in here.
All right.
We have 2 more. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Farming.
You know what we might
Okay,
want to do? There's such a big group, we might want to split them in half and take one of them over next door and then swap them out.
Sure.
What do you think?
Yeah, that'd
So,
be good.
how many you got?
I think there's 10, 11 of us. So
Well,
let's
that's
do
not too
like.
bad, but it seems like a lot. Why don't we just split them up
Sure.
and I'll take half of them over there
Okay.
and then we'll swap them out.
Yeah,
After about,
great.
what, 20 minutes or so?
Yeah.
Is that good for you?
That'd be great.
Okay.
All right, about half of you guys.
I think you got a guy walking way down there.
Let's see. Oh yeah, that's Luther.
Hello.
Okay, so where is? Where is Maria?
Maria,
You?
you need it.
Okay, so here's the deal.
You guys, I need about 5 of you to go to the other house, and then we're gonna switch, okay?
I'll go with you.
All right,
I'll go to
Jackie,
the
you
other house.
gonna come to the other house? Jackie, David, Billy, Garrett, and maybe Mason, you gonna go to the
So
other house?
we'll just do 20 minutes each. Oh, man, where'd they go?
So we're
We're
gonna
going on the other side.
Oh,
Look, man.
okay,
Hold on.
so I will go over there with them, and you can, Maria will be over here with you guys, okay?
Okay.
Great, thank you. Okay.
Hi, Maria.
Hi, Maria.
I'm Lindsay.
I'm Lindsay.
Hold on.
Nice to meet you.
Damn, man.
Excuse me?
I damn remember you for last, I think one time ago.
Oh, you remember me from a long time? You might. Yeah.
I think you and him.
Yeah, we always are together.
Yeah.
And Carla also. I almost forgot that.
Luther.
We have Carla and one more person.
Luther.
Hi.
Carla's the one that walked up, did this, walks.
Okay, so y'all only have 20 minutes.
We have all the time in the world.
Oh, he said 20 minutes. Okay.
I think in 20 minutes we're gonna switch.
Oh, we're gonna
so-
switch.
So they can both,
Okay.
they can all see everything.
Okay, this is the Bayless Selby house. It was built by Mr. Bayless originally.
And who was Mr. Bayless?
Mr. Bayless was a gentleman who settled here in Denton County, and he owned a nursery.
About what year?
That was in 1895, more than 100 years ago.
Hey Jacob,
And-
if you let her finish speaking, she might answer some
Okay,
of the
okay.
questions.
He was he had a nursery. He grew flowers in 2 rooms that are over there, and then in 1898 he built all of this right around you. This is a Victorian style home, very, very popular in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Sometimes you can go along Elm and Hickory Street. It's a historical district here in Denton, and you'll see homes that are somewhat similar to this on the outside, and those are private homes.
Right.
So we're in the entryway right now, and this would have been where they would greet visitors. And this is a hall tree where they would have hung. Like if you came in back in that time, everybody wore a hat. The ladies wore hats, the men wore hats. So you might put your hat up here, and if you had a jacket.
And is this Mr. Selby right here in this picture?
None of the pictures that you see in this house are of the Baylesses. We only have one picture of the Selbys. I'll show that to you in a minute. All of these pictures were donated by different people in the community, but they are not the people who lived here.
Who are the 2 people in this picture?
I do not know. I don't know any of the people in these pictures.
And the crowning, is that indented
The crowning
on the ceiling?
on the ceiling.
No.
Yes, to
no
hang the
people.
pictures on.
Yeah, is that the?
That was a special style that was very popular. They did not like hammer a nail into the wall. They hung all their pictures with a chain. And there would have been a special railing at the top where you can clip the chain off. So that was kind of a special thing that they did. Actually, I think that's a great idea. I don't know why we don't do it now. But, and ma'am, before you leave, make sure you sign.
Yes,
our
yes,
thing.
absolutely.
Okay, let's walk into this room. This is called the public room. They call it the public room because this is where you would invite your guests in, and they wouldn't go any further. These doors would be closed. These are pocket doors. They would be closed. So you just have this area right here. They had club meetings here, maybe small church gatherings, birthday parties, and little things like that. We have this beautiful baby grand piano that was donated by a professor here at from UNT. It's made of rosewood. It's very valuable. It probably would not have been in this house because this is the kind of piano you would see on a stage. You would probably see it on a stage. And but we have to keep it here for the temperature. Keep it warm. And in the winter and cooler in the summer to preserve the rosewood. Now, like I said, this is for entertaining. Back in that day, they had no electricity. These lamps would have been run with
Oil.
oil. You're right. Very good.
Yes, I'm very big into history like this, so I know that like a lamp like this wouldn't have had electricity, would have had oil.
You're exactly right.
In fact, my maternal grandma, who's still alive and who is 90, she has a lamp just like that. It's like this, but it's got oil in it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, now then you talk about photographs. This one photograph right here on the wall is a picture of the Selbys. That's the second family that lived here. That's the only picture in the house of the people who lived here. Now then, I'm going to show you an example of very high-tech entertainment for the period of 1900.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't mind moving right over here on the rug, please. This is a Victrola. Very, very modern for its time. Like I said, no electricity. So how did it work? Okay, you have to use your hand, and you have to wind it up like that. Okay, now then, you pick this up, pull your little starter button down here to get the record started. There you go. This has a needle on it. And that's your entertainment.
Wow.
Not quite as good as TV or even your cell phone.
Yeah, cause see, I use Apple Music to get a lot of I use Apple. Let's just sorry. Let me try to take my mask off so you can hear me better. I use Apple Music to get a lot of my music, and a lot of the music I listen to is like Twisted Sister, the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Granger Smith. And I mean a lot of the music I like is stuff from like the 70s and the 80s and stuff. So that's like the Rolling Stones, ZZ.
That's good music.
Yeah.
Very good music. Now then, we want it to be a little louder, so what do? We open this.
Nice.
These old music was probably, this record was made out of wax. It's kind of thick.
Yeah.
It's very different from what we've got today.
Yeah.
But for them, they loved it. They were happy.
Yeah.
They didn't know any, that was high tech.
Yeah.
Now then, they read a lot. They played cards a lot. Another thing that they enjoyed was the pump organ. This is a pump organ.
Yeah.
The way it works is you pump air into it, and there's a bladder inside the organ that, like, if I touch it now, it's not going to play, see?
Yeah.
So I have to work at it. So I start pumping. It's like paddles. And you get, that's what it works. I'm not very good at this. You have to keep pumping and pumping and pumping.
It's like
That's how you get your exercise.
a lot of work for music.
It is. You would have found these in most all churches. And if you were a wealthy family, you would have one of these in your home. Now then, say you have your guests here, and you're going to have a big party. So you invite them for dinner. So you come into this room. This is the dining room.
Wow.
Now then, we've got a very formal set of dishes. You can see it's very fancy.
Yes, it is very fancy.
We don't have fancy stuff like this, unless you go to a wedding or really, really something fancy. They don't do it this way anymore. Too much.
Yeah.
There's lots of pieces. You had to know what were the proper pieces. I'm going to show you 2 of them because they're real interesting. Actually, 3 of them. This dish, strange looking dish, isn't it?
Yes.
Looks like kind of a half of a banana or something.
Yeah, we're kind of like a half moon, kind of.
Yeah, but it is for bones. It's a bone dish. This little dish, so tiny.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
You put your butter on that.
Yeah, it kind of looks like something you would put maybe like a coin on.
Or a baby, for a baby doll.
Yeah.
And then this little thing with this tiny, tiny little spoon.
Yeah.
That's for like salt and pepper, right?
That's for salt. So salt cellar is what they call it.
Huh.
Very common piece. Now then this would be your buffet. You would serve your food from the buffet.
Don't.
None of the food is real. It's all plastic.
Yes, I can tell it's
It looks
plastic.
pretty, but
Yeah.
it's not edible.
Yeah.
So-
Can I get a shot of that real quick?
Certainly.
Yes,
But it
sir.
is a buffet. You serve your food from here.
Sorry, I own a YouTube channel. I wanted to get this for the record.
Right? Go right ahead.
Jacob, did you ask to record?
She said I could.
Yes, it's okay. Now then, this is a curio cabinet with a lot more of these dishes in here. This is just a beautiful piece of furniture. This is called a clover leaf table. Just a little side table. Has claw feet with a glass ball underneath. A very unusual way to make a table, but that was very popular at that time. This lady right up here, her last name was Dallery. She was the one that painted all of this china. And you can see on here a D.
Yes, I see that.
D. But she painted the china and put her last name on there. Or the first letter of her last name.
Okay, there you go.
Now then, right here we have just a baby's high chair made out
Wow.
of wood,
That's pretty. That's beautiful right there.
very carved.
So
very
beautiful right
pretty.
there.
The ladies like to have tea. That was a good, wonderful pastime for them.
Wow.
So they would entertain with tea sets.
Oh my God.
And this little tea set here, the little glass one, was for children. Okay, now we're going to go into the kitchen. And I'm probably going too slow.
Just take your time.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
Yeah.
We're not worried.
You know the one.
This is the kitchen.
Wow.
It doesn't look like a kitchen. There's no cabinets. Doesn't
There's
look
no-
like a
there's
normal
no-
kitchen
No,
to you.
there's definitely no cabinets.
Stove.
What I've noticed about this is there's no cabinets. Like there's the stove. It's like very old. There's like it's not electric or it doesn't run on gas
It
or
would have
electric.
a fire in there.
Yeah, there's
You lift this up to make it hotter or colder. It would have used, scoot back, honey. It would have used coal, not wood,
yeah.
because we didn't have a lot of wood around here. So it would have used coal. And this over here would be to make butter. This is a
Wow.
butter churn.
Yes, I've seen those before.
Okay.
You have a piece of
Listen.
string of fuzz
We'll
on the
finish.
truck.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a butter churn. Now then you milk the cow, you pour the milk in there, then you churn it and it makes butter. Then you put the butter in a mold. This is a butter mold. See right here? Then you pop it out like that
Yeah.
and you've got your butter.
Yeah.
Nothing better than fresh butter. Tastes wonderful.
You know what I know something interesting, Miss? I remember one time years ago when I was like in nursery school, I think, we actually did a project, like this was years ago when I was in middle school, and also this is the summer before 8th grade year of middle school, and also when I was in nursery school, we did something like that.
Make butter?
Yeah.
Oh, fun. That would be fun. Now then this right here is where they would have been like a utility room. This is where you dry your clothes.
Wow.
You would have pulled these rods out like this
Wow.
and lay your clothes over them. You only use this when it was very, very cold or very, very rainy.
Yeah.
Most of the time you would hang your clothes outside on a sunny day like this. That's how you would do your clothes. You would wash your clothes in this tub
Yeah.
and you would use lye soap. They made all their own soap. Lye soap is made from pig's fat
Yeah.
and ashes. And you use it for everything. You use it to wash your dishes. You use it to wash your clothes. You use it to wash your body and your hair. You use it for everything.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, because like I know in like a lot of like Amish communities, like in Amish communities, they have homes that are set up just like this.
That's true. Here's your scrub board.
Oh, I think my mom has something like that.
I bet she does. Now then, they also use these aluminum tubs for bathtubs.
Yeah.
And on Saturday night, if you were lucky, you would get a bath. One night a week.
Wow.
Now, one of the reasons that is because we do not have a lot of water supply in this area.
Yeah.
So they couldn't have baths like we have now.
Yeah.
So once a week was a lot, and it took a lot of work. You had to bring water from the outside. You had to heat it up on the stove, put it in here. It was a big, big job.
Yeah.
So that's why they didn't bathe very often.
Yeah.
This is a dry sink. This is where they would have washed their dishes and cleaned their prepared food. And that's what this piece of furniture is.
Yeah.
Now then, behind you is the ice box.
Is the what?
Ice box. Turn around, and this is a refrigerator.
Wow.
Look at that. Does that look like your refrigerator?
Turn around.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. I see it.
Now then, how did they keep it cold?
Ice.
Ice.
Ice. Yeah.
Ice box.
Yeah.
Now then, I want to show you this picture.
What is that?
This is back in the 1930s. This is the Denton Ice Service.
Wow.
He's on an old pickup, and this is the block of ice.
Wow.
Look how big it is.
Golly.
This guy's got ice too. He's delivering it to the drugstore, which is right down here on the square.
What street is this on? Is it Elm?
Hickory?
Is it Hickory?
I think maybe Hickory.
Yeah, cause I remember like, isn't that old drugstore kind of where like Atomic Candy is now?
I don't really know. I don't know, but it's on the square.
Yeah,
I think we
it's
saw there.
Hmm?
I think we saw, cause we used to go to the square and walk around.
yeah,
Cause it used to be a movie.
Yes, ma'am, you're right.
yeah.
So they put the ice in here,
Wow.
and when it melted, there's a tray on the bottom that catches the water.
Yeah.
But it would keep the food cold, and here is where you would put your food.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Miss, my mom's parents actually remember a lot of this stuff when they were young, when there was like no running water or running electricity.
Right. Okay, we're gonna walk over here. Behind you is the freezer cabinet. They had to prepare all their own food every day, bake their own bread. There wasn't a place to go buy bread. There wasn't a place to go buy most of your food. It was made by hand. And the lady of the house would have used this, what they call a Hoosier cabinet, to do it with. And here's a picture. We were talking about the bathtub. You see?
Yeah, I see it.
See the little girls and taking a
Yeah, I
bath
see it.
in the little tub?
Yeah, I see it.
Looks a little crowded, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just gonna
Yeah.
bother and give it back.
See?
Come on, come on. Okay. Thank you.
The homemade candles right there. In the middle.
Oh, yes, handmade. They made their own candles. Now, the time period of this house, they did use candles all the time. But they did have plentiful supplies of oil and kerosene for lighting, for this type of light, and for the light behind you there. Those were all kerosene or oil lamps. And this is the bedroom.
My maternal. Wow. Wow, this is nice right here. Like there's the baby's bed,
That's the baby's bed.
and then here's the main bed right here. And then this is like a trunk, right? Like a
It
like a
is.
footlocker.
It's a, what they call, I think, a steam trunk.
Yeah, because I know that I've seen like a modern version of these that like people who are like in the scouts and stuff, they'll use stuff, the ones that are just like modern versions of this for like summer camp and stuff.
Yeah, modern versions of it. And they would have kept their blankets and sheets and things in here for storage. This is an example of the kind of shoes that the ladies wore.
They'll use like
They look like witches' shoes to me.
yeah, yeah. Those kind of reminds me of the shoes in the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. They're not comfortable. I don't think they would be comfortable.
There's even a wish hat on my shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I know one of the movies that was popular when my maternal grandma was growing up was The Wizard of Oz.
That's for the baby.
No,
This is a little horse, a toy.
no, carousel horse. I think. One of those, when,
A carousel horse. Well, he's made out of wood, and he's a toy.
Nightmares.
But his tail is gone, and his mane is gone, and he's really beat up.
Ma'am, do you have a public restroom?
Yes, it's right down there. It's the second door on the left.
Can you come with me?
Here, I'm here now.
yeah.
We're going to see this one restaurant.
Alright.
Do you need to go bathroom?
No.
Okay.
I've been
You need
here.
to go.
With my other
Go
group.
right down there. Okay. Now then, this is another way they entertain themselves. This is called a stereoscope. They would have put a card right here, and I don't know where the cards are. But it would be 3D. You could look through this device like this,
Yeah.
and for them, that was quite interesting.
Sorry, I'm just taking a breather because I'm a little bit hot.
That's fine, no problem. But this is what they call, this is the thing that they would use for entertainment. Now then, this is where they would, in the mornings, they would wash their face and brush their teeth.
Yeah.
And they would put water in this pitcher at night. And in
Yeah,
the mornings,
cool.
pour it in here.
Nice.
And this is a curling iron. Like I said, no electricity, no cord.
Yeah.
So how did they get it hot?
On the stove.
On a stove, or
A lamp.
you could stick it in here.
Yeah.
Because this would have been a flame coming up from the bottom, and it would
Yeah.
have heated it.
Yeah, and like I said, Miss, that like when my mom's dad, who passed away in the last year, he passed away. My mom's dad passed away last year. He was like 92, and when my mom's dad was growing up back in the late 20s and early 30s, that's the way his mother used to curl her hair. This is like that. It was the same kind of brand, like our curling iron. He would just put it. My great grandmother Sparks used to put it in the iron or heat it up on the stove, and then she would curl her hair that way.
That's right. That's the way it was. Hey, let's wait a minute until the other people get back.
Yeah.
Come in and.
Let me show you.
Look up.
Well, we only had one fireplace here in the house,
Over this.
and I kind of wanted to show you this. This is the way the ladies dress.
Wow,
Okay, here comes the
that's amazing.
Okay, we
It
good.
really is amazing. It's 1903.
1903.
Yeah. and-
This magazine was, you can see the ads are very, very primitive. But this is the way the children dressed.
Yeah.
This is the way the adults dress. It's very
Yeah.
interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very interesting, but like I said, this is kind of like what like when my mom's parents were growing up. This is kind of like what their house would have looked like, because that was like the late 20s and early 30s. So they would have grown up with without any electricity or running water.
Okay, hold on just a minute. Okay, what do I need to do?
Are they done? Okay, let me take down these.
You can stay right there.
Okay, so you want to go out the handicap ramp?
We're gonna wait for 2 more persons.
Yeah, we're finished with this.
We have
There's
2 more
some in
people.
Oh, they're in the bathroom.
Mhm.
Oh, I got
Yeah,
you.
just 2 in the bathroom, okay?
All right, so we'll go out the door over here and go down the handicap ramp to help you out, okay?
Yeah.
Let the ease on her.
See, like,
Yes.
I grew
I,
for like everything.
Jacob. Where did she get the room?
All right, sorry.
Okay.
We got the ease to be close by.
We can put it right there.
Okay. We did all of our stuff.
I'm good to hear too.
How was it?
Good.
Got a lot of questions, Jacob?
Yeah, I had a lot of questions.
Come on, come on, man.
Get the right amount of numbers here.
kind of reminds me
Come
of
away.
sometimes.
And I think we're waiting for Luther in the bathroom.
There's someone else in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Honey's coming out. I saw her out there.
She'll be out in a minute.
Go ahead, Carl. We behind you. We following you.
What'd y'all think about the house?
It's very nice.
Very nice indeed. You know how much it cost to fix it that way?
How much?
$1 million.
Whoa!
Like a taxpayer money?
Well, there were some grants involved. I don't know about the taxpayers. Well,
Yeah.
hang on for a minute, we gotta wait for one person.
We're
Yeah.
gonna be over here in the we're gonna get in the
Wait
shade.
for this.
Right here. Yeah. Just with me, you can get out
My
of the
mom's.
sun. We know when I pass out. No way.
No.
Yeah, cause see the sir, I know this is like, I've been to the other museum at the courthouse, but this museum I've never been to.
Yeah. The courthouse is a cool place too.
Yeah, cause the thing is, sir, is that a lot of my formal childhood was spent here in Denton.
Jacob, keep your mask on, please.
Yeah, what I was saying, sir, is like, a lot of my formal childhood was actually spent here in Denton.
Did you go to school here?
Well, I went to elementary school and middle school, but I went to high school in Austin.
Oh, okay.
I went to Austin Westlake.
Westlake, I've heard of it. Yes, I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, and then it was only about 3 years ago in late spring, early summer that I moved back. Because I know a lot. I know like a lot. I have some friends and family in this area.
That's good to know. It's good to have people in the area.
Yeah, like I said, I have some friends and relatives in the North Texas area.